How do you not get to that level? So say they're being petty about something.
Oh, me, I'm petty as fuck.
I know, but but a lot of the time, so how much of that's such a waste of your energy, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Pumps me up.
I know you.
Okay.
I know you love it. But look, I've been in this position a few times this year where it's like, oh, do I go hard? You want to go down that path? All right, cool. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to say this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then it just becomes tit for tat. It drags out. It prolongs that issue, or you're adding fuel to the fire. You're holding the hot coal, hoping they get burnt. Do you know what I mean? Like it's in no way serving you to go down that path. I try and rise above it, even from a level of arrogance to a degree. I go, you are not worth my time. You're not worth my attention. You occupy zero space in my head. You are insignificant. Not just like the way I see it is you're insignificant to me, let alone what you're doing in your life. You want to go and do this and act like that and speak like that. That's your reflection on you. And how long is it going to go for? They're going to talk about it in a year's time, in 3 years' time, in 5 years' time. Good luck. You're still talking about me. Still, after this time. No worries.
Yeah, I think that's very character trait as well. Like I know someone who you knew that as soon as they were unhappy with something that someone did, they would just mouth off about him.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And it was kind of like, got to the point where you're like, dude, like I've heard you mouth off about everyone. Like,
yeah. What do you say about me when I'm not around?
What are you going to say about me one day?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Or when I'm not around. Like, you just kind of, you build that. Like, oh, this is this person.
Yeah. And I avoid people like that as well from my own, as in, even if they've said nothing bad about me. It's like, oh, I see what you're saying. You know, I see how you act and what you talk about people. And it's like, I've got zero time for you, mate. Zero time.
You know, do you think that stops a lot of people from doing things they would maybe like to be doing, or
like what? In what regard?
Like
as in
deters
someone
them away. Like,
because they'll get criticized.
Yeah, like people who won't have a Google My Business because they're like, people leave us bad reviews, and you're like, if your business is that bad, you have a whole different fucking problem.
Yeah, like even from a social media point of view, why do people not post? Some people don't post content, and we've got a training coming up about branding and marketing soon with my mentees, but a lot of people don't post content because they're afraid of the reaction that it's going to get. You know, what if someone says I'm fat? What if I sound stupid? What if people start laughing at me? You know, I used to have my family, when I started building a personal brand for my business, everyone was like, oh, I'd walk home and I'd go to a family function or whatever, and everyone's like, oh, the rock star's here. Oh, watch out, passes. Oh, I see your videos everywhere. And then, you know, it goes like that for a little bit. They may hang shit on you. And then you go to the next family event. Oh, man, I'm sick of seeing all your content everywhere. Fucking unfollow me. You don't buy my shit anyway. Like, why are you following me? Unfollow. I'm not putting content out so you buy from me. I'm doing it so the greater audience does, and people get to know what I'm about and how I go about things. So there's probably a level of developing thick skin to a degree, but I think you've got to rise above it and understand it's more a reflection on that person than whatever is you. And if other people are buying into what they're saying, they're cut from the same cloth.
Yeah. I also think you do have to mitigate it to some degree.
What do you mean by that?
Like if someone's going around and absolutely nonstop running their mouth every single time they see someone about you, I think you have to find a way to either stop it or confront it.
Yep.
Don't you think?
Yeah, without a doubt. I
like
think
if they are just nonstop going off, nonstop, and then you see people and they're being weird about it and blah blah blah, or the word comes back to you from several different sources. I think you got to take their knees out. No, but you got to either face the music, like in the sense of publicly address it, or publicly confront them.
Yeah, there you go. Shut them down at the source.
Yeah. You're like, cool. Like, you
want to play this game? Let's play.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Like, we're not fucking children. Like, I'm not going to fist fight you.
That's the thing.
Come and let's have a fucking debate.
Come on the podcast.
Yeah, come on.
We'll have you as a guest. For all our haters, you're welcome.
Conversation. You know what I mean? You want to debate? Oh, you can do it remote to make sure nothing happens. You know what I mean? But let's have a debate live. You know what I mean? Imagine that. That would be sick.
That'd be cool.
I would school some people. I would go in so fucking prepared.
Yeah.
So prepared, dude. Oh, God. Someone reach out.
Okay, so you got your team now, all right? We in construction, we deal with a lot of different personalities on various sites too. Yeah, so it's like you'll get a whole bunch of people on one site, you get a different bunch of people on another. Contractors, you work really well with the boss, but you think their employee is a fucking idiot or their employee is a fucking idiot, and you've got a lot of personalities that you have to deal with. And I actually think it's easy to lose your temper, and I think it's easy to get angry, and I think it's easy to attack. I think that's an easy way to go about handling anything on site. Yeah, in your personal life or your business life. I think it's really easy to do that. People think it's tough when you lose your temper, or it's tough when you tell people how it is and you're not afraid to tell the truth. But a lot of the time, I think that's the easy thing to do.
I think easy is different for everyone. But yes,
yeah, of course. Of course, some people hate confrontation and will avoid it like the plague. Yeah, absolutely. But generally, when you're in a position of authority, there's always that stigma of I need to be a hard ass. I need to be the alpha. I need to be king of the hill. It's my way or the highway. And you're getting business owners who are that in their own business, but then they've got to come on site and report to a foreman or report to the builder or whatever it might be. And you get a lot of clash of personalities. And I'm finding it lately with the team that sometimes they'll be clashing with particular contractors or particular people. And as a result of that clash, I feel that they end up losing and creating more work and making things harder for us as an organization.
Yeah. Your team are?
Yeah, potentially. Yes. Yeah, not all of them, but it's like I've got my team, most of them are in a position of authority, except for the junior guys that are working with us. But most of them, they're either a supervisor or a senior manager or whatever they're doing in the office. So they have a level of authority with the people they're speaking to. And I feel that a lot of the time, not a lot of the time, when things don't happen, and don't get me wrong, like people do the wrong thing as well on site. And it's like, you look at stuff and you're like, how the fuck did you do that? Like, that is just stupidity. That's a lack of care or whatever it might be. But I still think there's a way to address it so that it doesn't happen again and that they are accountable for their actions. But I think by just losing your shit all the time, it can definitely be detrimental in the long term because you still have a job to do. You still have something that you need done. And I reckon you controlling the situation could also be done by sometimes swallowing your pride or not going down the path of being abusive or yelling or doing whatever you're going to do to get that thing done.
Yeah, it tends to be like a stress response.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It could be a build-up of things throughout the day and you have so many things going on.
That's how they fucking, and they got to go.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about it for business owners, like how stressful is the day? And then you go home and your missus says, oh, you've brought mud in the house. I was like, well, what the fuck did you want me to do? I didn't know you'd mopped. I didn't know this. Or I didn't know the mud on my bed. Do you think I purposely walked in the mud and then came in here and walked in the house? Like, it's a fucking accident. Get over it. And that's nothing. Not that that's ever happened in my house.
No, of course not.
No. Okay. But let's just say it could be something like that and something that's completely nothing but blown out of proportion from both parties. Who knows? Or you just go home and you're so drained from the day that you're a zombie or that you're not present or whatever it is. So I do think that the day itself can have pressures on you as well and have a build up.
But good.
Yeah.
Are you stressed?
Yeah.
Because it means you're alive.
How lucky are you? I've been in positions recently where I've just felt annoyed and like pressure's building, stress building. Is like, fuck, like we've got so much to do. There's not enough hours in the day. Got to do this, got to go there, got to speak to this person, pay that bill. And then I'll have a moment to myself. And it's often when I'm driving, funny enough, or walking the dog. It's like, good. It's everything you asked for. Everything I asked for. All the problems I've got in my life, everything I've asked for.
You know what helps with that? Like particularly, like if you've got a stressful situation at work or you got some shit happening. Instead of, I personally, have you ever seen me yell?
No.
Like rarely.
Yeah.
If I'm yelling,
she's going down. Yeah, she's going down.
Yeah. Like if I'm yelling,
come run one of my jobs for a day. Just yell at everyone. Just do it. Just for giggles. We'll record it. It'll be great content.
I'll do it.
I know.
Give me a rest. Where was I going with that?
Have I ever seen you angry?
Yeah. Why was I going to talk about that?
Because I mentioned about.
Oh yes. Sorry. one thing that I find very liberating is the thought of mortality.
Yeah.
So like if I'm super stressed, like, yeah, you know when like nothing's going right, and then like you get and then like a client's calling you, and then you know there's something wrong, and then you notice something else wrong, and then a team member walks, or you got to speak to a team and they've gone home, and you're like, and it's like, hey, I'm pushing shit uphill here, I'm gonna fucking flip. I just remind myself, like, hey, there's people that have stressed way more than you and they died and no one cares. Like, you know what I mean? There's this shit, all this shit, it doesn't matter.
You know, I definitely feel that, and I try to remind myself of that, and we've spoken about it before. But do you think it's often, like in the moment when it's happening, it's still happening? Yeah, it's still real. Yeah. So it's just a bit like, oh, I'm going to die, so I'm less stressed now.
No. But it's kind of like a zoom out.
Yeah.
For a fucking second.
Yeah. Zoom out in the grand scheme of things and everything that's happening in your life.
Zoom out just for a fucking second. It's still shit. It doesn't. It doesn't instantly. Like it's still. It's not like a fucking split second and you're relieved. It's still shit. Yep. It's very shit. But in the sense of everything, you kind of just sit. Like I do have fucking days where I'm just like, you know what? Fuck everything. I'm going home.
Yep.
And just go
and that's great.
Yeah.
That's great that you can do that.
It's like, fuck it. Like, whatever. Let the fucking thing burn down. I'll be back tomorrow. I just can't. I'm not going to be productive. At this
Reggie, take care of it.
And yeah, the thought of like, you know what? Like, the yelling, the stress. And it's like, you know, another thing that I find really liberating with that as well is like, if you got a bad call in that moment, none of the stuff you're worrying about would even matter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
none of it.
Yeah.
Now, if you got a health scare in that moment, you got hit by a car in that moment, the shit you're stressing about, your emails, whatever, like no one cares.
Hang on, I've got to go respond to this email.
Guess what? Someone else would sort it out. If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.